is mirrored.
Mm.
We're live.
Hello.
All right. So how does this thing work?
Is
Thanks,
it?
Sam.
Oh, do you need headphones?
Oh, that's probably. You need like a mic, probably.
Yeah, it's already rolling an ad.
Is it really rolling?
Yes.
Yo. Alright, so that's our mic there. So
All right. So it is picking up audio. I
yeah,
believe.
we're good. Alright. After
I just got the notification.
My face is so unsettling when it's the other way around. This side. A little lopsided. Is anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there?
All right, start doing push-ups
Alright.
until we get interaction. You gotta keep them entertained.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Does?
Yeah.
It's so delayed.
Let me see if I can. I don't know how to type. Where's the tape?
Here.
Like comment section, I think. Chat probably.
Find it.
She brought my harmonica.
Oh, three flags on the roof.
I could have played three flags on a roof. Like piano man.
We've got
19
13
times.
people. We've got 13 people live.
Testing
At least 13 people. I don't think we can
all the bots you purchased.
Did it come through?
I don't think you can say that.
I don't think you can say that.
It's a joke.
Did it,
Yeah, we
did
didn't
it come through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see it. How am I going to moderate if I can't see the chat?
You got this one if you need.
Yeah.
How did you get the chat?
It's just a comment section.
Let's see, it's going.
Yeah, it's up top.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got 21
So what
people.
is on? I feel like I'm going to have to do the super chats. How many did you put? One?
I don't think we ever launched it.
Oh.
Hi, Jake.
Hello.
Okay.
Not
I'm
yet.
just trying to see it in the frame. I think.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's a little delayed.
Oh, it is. That was creepy.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
We can talk about where we are.
Yeah.
So, aloha, everybody. We are currently on the island of Oahu. We are sitting up in front of the Alawai. So there's a canal that runs down behind us, and it is known for being a little nasty.
Yeah.
And then out to the left is Diamond Head Crater. So it's an old volcanic crater that blew its top. And then the ocean's that way, and that way, and that way, because we're on an island.
So to answer your question, we're on Hawaii.
I must have been able to tell the future. I didn't even know he does that. Subscribe to the channel. Awesome. Well, welcome to the channel.
Yeah. Thank you.
So what do you think of Hawaii so far?
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Like, spoiled, but I saw like 7 sea turtles.
There's a lot of sea turtles here. Yeah, our Hawaiian green sea turtle population is steadily increasing. They were put on the endangered species list a few decades back, but fortunately, progress is being made, and there's lots of them out there. So many that you sometimes get a little too close and you scare each other.
Yeah.
swimming in different directions. We got 23 now.
23. I climbing is the first. I'm from Australia.
And I live out here. I've been in Hawaii for 3 years now. So
Yeah.
came out here for an internship working with animals and ended up staying. Came out here for an internship about 3 years ago, working with animals, and ended up staying. It's been 3 years now.
Trying to figure out.
It's hard to leave Hawaii once you visit. It's a pretty great place.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Can you ask him if anybody's having trouble figuring out how to chat?
Is the chat working for everybody? This is our first time doing a live stream, so. I mean, so far we've got comments from a few different people. Yeah, it's working. Hello from the UK.
Wow, that's pretty far away.
And everything's far away from Hawaii.
There you go. True, that's very true.
Hello from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I was born up in that neck of the woods. I was born in
Oh,
South
really?
Dakota, yeah.
Wow.
It was cold.
It's cold.
It was desolate. There was lots of corn. There's an Australian.
Oh.
You. Have you had spam and eggs yet? Have you had spam and eggs yet?
No, but I had spam and I hated it. It was so bad.
Gotta have it prepared right. We have a food here called a spam musubi. It's like spam sushi. So you get a fillet of spam, cook it in like teriyaki, put it on top of a block of rice, wrap it in nori, so seaweed, and it really cuts through the saltiness of the spam, makes it actually pretty good. Hawaii is an expensive place to live, yeah. That
Spam fritters.
is for sure.
Spam fritters?
Spam fritters.
How does that even work?
I've heard the word fritter. I don't know what fritter is.
It's like a vegetable pancake,
All right.
basically.
Throw spam in there. A little protein. 200% of your daily sodium intake. First thing in the morning. Any California adventures coming up?
Ooh, any California adventures? That could be pretty cool.
Hopefully. California was one of my favorite places we visited, especially Northern California. Big
Really?
redwood trees, the ones you can't even like wrap your arms around. Massive, yeah.
Maybe we'll have to go there.
Spam, yuck.
I agree with
I
you.
disagree. Spam, yum when done correctly.
Another one from England.
First time I had spam was raw out of the can, just like slopped out that gelatinous
Oh.
cube, sliced off pieces. It has a colorful coat, like the packaging is colorful, so I thought it was going to be delicious. I was a child. Made me not want spam for quite some time.
Spam, eggs, sausage.
Batter breaded. Well, now I know what fritters are.
I did a bad explanation. Unwanted emails cancelled.
Oh, man, people are just hating on spam. It lasts forever. That's the fun part. You can throw it in your backpack and forget it for 3.5 years and it tastes the exact same.
Try the super chat.
Winter or summer?
Winter or summer? Right now?
Like, would you like winter or summer?
Oh,
What would you rather?
out here, I prefer the winter because we have 2 seasons basically. We get a rainy season and a dry season. And once we get into our winter, that's our rainy season. So it cools down a bit. You get these really peaceful rain showers coming through. And also, there's not as many people. The waves are smaller in Waikiki, so I can go out metal detecting. During the summer, it gets a little wild here and it gets pretty hot. I work outside for most of my days. So. But all year round is beautiful here. What about you?
I like the winter better.
Yeah.
Going and snowboarding and doing that sort of stuff.
How cold does it get where you are?
Well, I'm from Brisbane and my sister said that there was frost on her windows. That's how
All right.
it basically goes.
I think the coldest it's gotten here since I moved here 3 years ago is about 65 degrees. Not.
Guessing that's still pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like about what it is inside of a grocery store.
Oh, that's
Yeah, like when someone's really blasting the AC, it'll get down to like 65 degrees. Right. Now they're just making me hungry. They're talking about food.
yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, spam is a dreadful sadness in a can, unless you're half starved. I don't know if you guys ever had Cliff Bars, but it's a similar situation where you try them in every day and it's just completely sugar overload. But when you're out there hiking, you're starving. It's great. There's no burst of energy. Yeah, Hawaii can get humid certain times of year for sure.
Mm.
You need a breeze, otherwise you're sweating. Most places here don't have central AC. Just have slotted windows that you open up and hope the breeze hits you. Otherwise, you're going to be pretty sweaty. Nice week, Bruce. Kendall mint cake. I had a Kendall mint cake when I was in Australia. Have you had those?
No.
No, I've had an
that
Australian
is.
food that you haven't.
What?
I had one for the longest time. I put it on my shelf, but it was.
Oh, thank you for the donation.
Yeah, there's a super chat. Well, we know it works.
Yeah. Is that our goal?
I believe that's our goal. Open a little presents. But yeah, the Kendall mint cake is like it's like a minty, was it white chocolate? It's been a while.
Oh, what's something we haven't done in a while? That's a good question.
Why but want to? I really want to try three pronging. So it's like spear fishing, except instead of using that big spear gun, it's
Oh, you have like a little.
yeah. So the pole with the 3 points on the end,
Yeah.
and it's a Hawaiian sling. So you get the rubber band, put it over your thumb, and then you pull the stick back so that you got tension, and you free dive down there. You like for a fish, and you could just let go and it.
Yeah,
Pops
that'd be
up,
cool to
but
do.
yeah.
Very cool.
Not as many fish out here as some of the other islands. But
It's a British thing, apparently.
oh,
Kendall mint cake.
sugar and mint, sometimes chocolate. Sugar and mint.
The volcanoes are all. What?
Yeah, the volcano on Big Island has been going off lately. Every few days or so, it starts spraying lava everywhere. It's pretty wild. Really high, yeah.
Oh, thank you for the donation
There's
again.
another
Super chat.
super chat.
Should we try and get to?
Reach for it, let's have-
All right.
Let's see.
Oh, this
Should we try and get to
dying.
50?
Let's
50
show them.
views?
Show them. Yeah, if we
50
get.
views and then. All right. If we get to 50 views, me and Alec have a present or a gift that we're gonna open at 50 views. So get as many people as you can in here. Currently we are in Hawaii, so it's a beautiful day out here. And yeah,
Might be underscore.
I think it's just Reef Relic.
Oh,
There were
ATV
there were a
riding
lot
would be
of
very cool as well.
my usernames were
because-
stolen.
Hopefully I can drive it now because I'm 13.
Yeah, there you go. Reef Relic.
The island is the island getting bigger?
Yeah, I mean, on Big Island, there's still active volcanoes, so that one's getting bigger. And then the farther you go towards Kauai, it's older, and so that one's kind of getting smaller. It's getting broken down over time. And then we have about 1,500 miles of small sandy islands up in the northwestern stretch. It's called Papahanaumokuakea, and that's a protected area as of now. But it is home to 90% of our sea turtles, 70 to 80% of our monk seals, massive portion of our seabirds, and those islands are much older. So they've broken down to the point where they're pretty much only sand, which is great for the sea turtles and the monk seals. They can haul up, they can, the sea turtles can lay their eggs, the monk seals can lay out in the sun, but it won't support human life just because there's no water table. A lot of researchers go out there.
Mm.
This is a new show. We're celebrating 100,000.
There's another super chat. Thank you, PJ.
Thank you for the $10.
Diving for rings. Yeah, so those of you who don't know, I have a separate channel outside of Wilderland. It's called Reef Relics, but I go out in the ocean here and go snorkeling around with a metal detector and try and find treasures. But out here, it's been interesting because I found some areas that get really slammed by waves, so not many people go out and look there. And then they've got lava rock on the bottom, and with that, it catches all the heavy stuff. And I'm up to like 30 rings at this point. A lot of gold rings, a lot of silver, platinum rings, but I've kind of cleaned out that location at this point. Most expensive thing I found is probably one of those bigger gold rings, a few $100s in gold. But I don't do it for the money. I do it for the excitement. I'm like a pirate at this point, just collecting all these rings, piling them up. But now that we're getting these bigger waves, it's a little harder to do during the summer. I've got some stockpiled footage that I'm working on, but work's been taking up a lot of my time lately. So unfortunately, haven't been able to do some more fun things. But
Thank you for the $20.
yes, thank you, sir.
And no, I did not move to the US. And on the topic of you finding things, I found this yesterday. It is a Minecraft goat. We've seen the goats.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find out there. Some weird stuff in the ocean. Unexploded ordnance. What?
He said, "Are you selling those?"
Oh. Am I selling the rings? I mean, probably at some point, yeah. I mean, I wear them for fun from time to time, but precious metal is a good hedge against inflation, something that's pretty rampant at the moment. So hold on to it and maybe get rid of it years down the line.
You are Lord of the Rings now.
Yes. Yeah, it is crazy how much jewelry gets lost. So if you're listening to this live stream and you're going to the beach, take off your rings before you go. I've seen too many wedding rings to count at this point, and it's kind of a bummer. Like on one hand, yeah, it's fun to find that little shiny ring sitting there in the sand or the rocks, but on the other hand, it probably ruined someone's day losing that thing. So if you don't want the waves to rip it off, leave it at home just in case.
We're at 50 viewers.
50 viewers.
That was the goal.
So we can open our presents then?
We can open the presents. Do you want us to open the presents? Alright, I guess not. Let's run a poll. Can we do that?
I do not know. Oh, you can't start a poll.
I don't know how to highlight questions to show you guys that you're missing.
Okay.
There you go. Running a poll.
Okay. All it says is yes or no.
Yeah, that's the poll.
All right,
Poll.
guys, make sure to choose either yes or no. We're going to see which word is better.
Yes.
Yes, 100%. There we go. I guess we can open the
All right.
present then.
Ready?
Just Red TV series. That's pretty sweet. Check that out. What's that one say? Oh my gosh. All sorts of awards. Yeah, thank you guys. Everyone who's supporting this
Yeah. thank you
new
guys so
little
much.
chapter of Wilderland. It's really cool to see the show continue to grow after all these years. I mean, it's been like, 13, 14 years since we started with our little flip camera, and here we are today, still going strong.
Mm.
Jake's carrying the torch.
Yeah.
Lots of exploring left to do.
Yeah. A lot.
That one.
Yeah, very cool.
No, taking bids are fun, but years. Thank you guys for all the support over the years. It's been amazing being able to explore as much as I've been able to. I'm sure you're enjoying the exploration at this point now.
Yeah. It's really cool getting out and doing all this stuff. Because, yeah, it's really cool. It's
Is it edible?
what?
It. Is it edible, Jake?
The goat?
The goat? Probably. Anything's edible once for the most part. After that, probably not. You guys ever try and read under pressure and suddenly you're unable to make sense of any of the characters on your screen?
No, I think that's just you.
That's just me. Maybe that's anxiety.
Where should we adventure next?
You ever get worried about what wildlife you might encounter?
Wow, the scariest wildlife is people. That's- I can deal with a snake. Do you have any
Africa?
Africa? Africa's amazing.
You've been to Africa.
I've been to South Africa. Yeah, we filmed an episode there. Other than that, my stepfather is from Egypt, so we got to go to wildest Egypt and visit family there, and that was pretty crazy.
Really?
Going into the rural villages, surrounded by fields. Yeah.
Wow.
What is our relation? Well, not really much other than the show, I guess.
Yeah.
We're not related by blood by any means, but I started doing Wilderland when I was 9-10 years old, and now Jake is picking it up at the age of, we're 12,
Yeah.
13.
Now 13, yeah.
Grown man.
What are your favorite
YouTube channels? I mean, I watch a lot of treasure hunting videos just because that's the type of stuff that gets me excited. So D Almighty is a fun one. He goes around underwater, finds stuff. The Hoover Boys will go and find old coins. Old coins are one of my passions, being able to search in historic areas. It's a little harder here in Hawaii just because metal detecting is only allowed on sandy beaches. But when you're finding gold rings, I guess you can't really complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of treasure hunting videos, and then Good Mythical Morning, Rhett and Link. I love watching those guys. Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't think so.
Like morning shows. They're pretty entertaining. They've been around a while too. What about you? YouTubers?
It's the one you had earlier.
There's the Outdoor Boys are pretty cool. It's kind of like the channel that we're doing right now,
Mm.
or Goosiest, which is
Haircut.
awesome.
What are they saying about my hair?
Oh,
I know it's rough right now. I do need a haircut. It's getting to the point where when I go snorkeling, it's in my face, in front of my mask, and I can't see anything. So it's becoming a hazard. I'm gonna end up knocking noggins with a sea turtle.
Mm.
Have either of you been to Europe? I got to visit Italy and Iceland. Iceland was incredible. That's one of the first times I felt like I was on another planet. Because when we were there, it was the 24 hours of daylight. So that really adds to it. But also just all these geothermal, geological features. The rocks look like they're a set on some alien film. It's pretty crazy. And steam geysers shooting up into the air. The Blue Lagoon is a geothermal pool that's got this milky blue water to it. It's pretty crazy. And then I got to go to Italy and visit family. And while we were there, we got hit by a train. That was crazy.
What?
Yeah. Don't try and cut off trains because you're not gonna win. Everyone was all right though. It was a slow train. It totaled the car, but we're fine.
We do a mini series in the Scottish Highlands.
Scottish Islands, that'd be cool.
Yes.
I'd love to metal detect there.
Really?
Yeah, there's mystery. All the stuff I find out here is like 1800s. You go out there.
Have you cooked spam on a lava flow?
That is a great idea.
Is that possible?
I'm sure I would get in trouble with the park rangers, but I know people do get pretty close to lava from what I've seen out there. You should try it. That's like the most Hawaiian thing you could eat. Lava cooked spam.
Beside who? Me or him?
He's him and I'm me.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, he's him.
My name's Alec,
I'm Jake.
and together we are Alec and Jake. It would be smelly. Sulfur smells bad, yeah. When the volcanoes are going off, surprisingly in between the big like fancy eruptions is when a lot of that smoke bellows up and you get what's called fog, which is like volcanic fog. And people will have allergic reactions to it, even as far over here as Oahu. People start getting sick and it's like, oh, it's the fog. Fog's getting to you. But when you're actually at Volcano National Park, you can smell that sulfur. It's like eggs.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how it was in Iceland too. You can smell the sulfur. Alec, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? 6 feet tall, 250 pounds of pure muscle. I'm very optimistic. In 5 years from now, I mean, it would be really cool if I could make videos full time. I mean, like I was saying right now, I'm pretty busy with work. As much as I love my job, it does get a little monotonous at times, and the workload seems to keep increasing. And at a certain point, I would like to be able to pursue my deepest passions, go out, hunt for treasure, make outdoor videos. But until then, I'll just keep doing what I can when I've got free time. Spam cooked on lava is the ugly stepsister of ham and eggs. Yeah.
Has anyone here been to Hawaii?
Jay, where are you going to be in 5 years?
Where am I going to be in 5 years? I don't know.
18.
Yeah, hopefully taller because I'm really short.
Alec, what do you do for a living? Right now, I work at a marine life park, and I work in education. So when we get school groups in, I'll give them guided tours, I'll make presentations, deliver them, and then our daily operation is providing talks on all the animals. So right now, we're doing talks twice a day on our seabirds, on our penguins. Penguins is weird for Hawaii, but they're warm weather penguins. Then our monk seal, he's my favorite. His name is Kekoa. And we'll do a talk on limu, Hawaiian seaweed. And Jake actually just got to come and see me do some of my talks. What did you think?
I think they were very good, and he was very good in general.
When you've done it for 3 years, at that point, it's pretty ingrained into your head. And it's like you can go into autopilot.
Has Jake been to the park? I've been to a lot of parks.
Yeah, Jake just got to go to the park that I work at recently.
Oh,
Which animal's your favorite?
I did like the seal.
Yeah, monk seal.
Kekoa.
He's got some personality to him. He's interesting.
Very interesting.
He's got a wild backstory. So the Hawaiian monk seal population is an endangered population. The last count was about 1,600, but NOAA will go around and monitor the population in the northwestern stretch of the island chain. And there's a behavior common amongst adolescent males. It's called single male aggression. You get those boys going out that will aggress on smaller, weaker seals. Once they mature out of it and they can hold their own in the breeding population, then they're less aggressive. They mature out of that behavior. But unfortunately, NOAA had noticed that this particular monk seal did not mature out of that behavior. For that reason, he was removed from the wild. But his second go at life was going over to UC Santa Cruz. He participated in research studies for about 10 years, helping marine biologists to learn a lot more about Hawaiian monk seals and their adaptations, their natural processes. And then after that decade, he got to move back to Hawaii with one of the researchers that worked very closely with him. So they got a nice close relationship, and now he's acting as an ambassador for his species. He's one of only about 4 or 5 in the entire world under human care. So it's a pretty unique opportunity to see Keiko up close.
Wow.
He's a funny guy. He just got done doing his yearly shed, so they shed off their entire outer layer of skin, and he looked rough. But now he's handsome again.
What's your guys' favorite food from your country? Or just favorite food in general?
Buffalo Wild Wings. That's pretty good.
That was pretty good when I ate.
The cool thing out here is that you get a lot of influence from a number of different nations around the world. We get a lot of Japanese influence for sure, Korean influence, but you get some good food out here. I love sushi. Poke. Poke is really good.
Really?
I love raw fish. You don't like raw fish?
No.
Not a fan. What do you like in Australia?
I do like eating fish and chips in Australia.
Yeah.
Chicken burgers in Australia. What do you call them? Chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
Chips with chicken. Chips with gravy are good. All that sort of stuff.
I like that fried food.
Or,
Shrimp on the barbie occasionally. Prawn on the barbie.
I don't eat prawn. Okay.
Do you just not like seafood?
Hot fish.
Yeah. Fried fish.
Fried fish. Jake or Jay? It's Jake. And I'm 13, so.
Have you had Marmite?
Marmite?
Yeah.
You mean Vegemite?
Well, there's Vegemite in Australia, but when I was in South Africa, it was Marmite. It's like a very similar thing. I don't know if you had strong opinions on it.
I don't think I've had Marmite.
No.
Yes, Nutella.
Ooh, I have Nutella.
Nutella
yes.
Takis.
Nutella
fried
Takis.
food. The breakfast of champions.
Marmite is horrible. Somebody said that.
Not a fan. Yeah, it's an acquired taste. Marmite on Spam. Ooh. You got a
Marmite
shock.
is yuck. Jay, what is your most embarrassing moment on school? I don't know.
It's tricky when you're homeschooled.
Yeah.
Currently I'm homeschooled.
What have you done at home that's just mortified you? Your parents make fun of you constantly for it.
I don't know.
That's pretty good. Nothing traumatizing enough. Well, maybe your brain's blocked it out.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
just you embarrass yourself so severely you can never show your face in your own home again.
Wow.
Somebody's concerned about how murderous most of the wildlife in Australia is.
It's not that bad. What do you think Australia is? Like,
Murderous wildlife, mostly. 90% murderous, 10% wildlife.
It's not like every corner you take, there's a snake waiting to bite you. That's not how it is. It's a normal place.
All
It's a
right.
pretty normal place. We have nice beaches.
Your guys' deer have massive claws on their feet and they jump around. They're the size of a 6 foot tall man. I don't know if you
yeah, the
noticed that.
thing's called kangaroos.
Yeah, they're kind of scary.
And no, we don't fight kangaroos.
Have you fought a wallaby since you're a child?
No, we don't fight wallabies.
Yeah,
we don't
afraid
fight
of kangaroos.
kangaroos.
No.
We don't fight any of that.
All right, Rasmus is saying that Marmite is British, Vegemite's Australian. Poke is awesome. I agree with that. Poke is delicious.
How did I meet Alec? Through Brian. Brian.
On the beaches of Texas.
On the beaches of Texas. Yeah, I
Swam up.
Yeah.
Knew my name somehow. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Aloha, Jeffrey Ignat. All the way from Orlando.
No, I haven't woke up with one of those giant spiders on me. I woke up with a cockroach on me though. That was pretty scary. But there are big spiders. So it was a really big spider in my hallway the other day. It was really, really big, and it's pretty scary.
My friend that you met with the motorcycle was driving
Yeah.
down the highway in Texas and had a cockroach on the inside of his helmet running across.
Oh.
Like 80 miles an hour, cockroaches become a lot more dangerous. Yeah, discovering culture is definitely a highlight of adventuring around. I mean, I know a lot of what we show in our episodes is being out in the wilderness and experiencing the different wild areas around the world, but in between that commute and everything, you do get a little glimpse of culture, and it's definitely a big part of being able to do those adventures is experiencing different cultures. Super cool. I'm big into food, so when I travel places, I like to try the food.
Mm.
I've got a pretty strong digestive system.
Have you seen Sharks and Treasure Hunt?
I've not. No.
No, he hasn't. Well, not too long ago, I got a bike, so I go do bike riding now. And I go ride to my friend's house. I like to play games. I like to draw stuff. And that's it, really. I do acting, of course.
I'm going to repeat the questions, so if people are missing what people are asking, let's repeat the questions.
Yeah, sharks out treasure hunting. I've not ran into any. I see lots of sharks at work, but no sharks out in the wild yet. We get a lot of reef sharks, so we'll get white tip reef sharks for the most part, and then occasionally you get tiger sharks moving more inward, but it's pretty rare. It's typically on the news because tigers are one of the more dangerous sharks. The reef sharks are more scared of you.
Thank you for the $5, Adrian J.
Thank you, Adrian. Okay, well, thanks for joining the stream. Have a good night, Adrian. Stay wild. How strong is your digestive system? Experience haggis. My digestive system has not experienced haggis yet. The worst one it's experienced probably so far has been balut, which is a Filipino dish. It's a goose egg that was allowed to be fertilized, partially developed, and then they cook it. The worst part is that I got it out of a cardboard box from some dude on the beach. Probably not the best decision, but peer pressure, man.
Sadly, I did not bring my bike, so I cannot go on a trail.
What's happening with the channel? Is Jake taking over? Is he joining?
I just forget I answered that.
Oh, gotcha.
Something I disliked in America. Gotta think about that.
So you need plug adapters anytime you want to charge something?
That's annoying because we got Australian plugs and different from America. That's not too bad. What?
Yeah, is our ketchup sweeter than your guys' like tomato sauce that you typically do?
No, it's basically the same thing. I don't know. I can't really think of anything.
Our funny accents.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not even a Scottish guy can handle haggis. Sounds like a challenge. Do you want to live here in Hawaii now that you've come from Australia?
I would like to live here in Hawaii because it's really nice here, and I do love the beach. The beach is a really cool place, and the scenery and all that. So if I could, yeah, I would live here.
Yeah, you should check out the other islands too, because each island has kind of its own flavor. So it feels like a different world every time you go to each island.
Really.
It's like Big Island's a lot more open, natural. There's tons of sea turtles there. If you thought there were a lot here, there's a lot on Big Island. It feels more like Hawaii to me. Oahu is going to be kind of like the tourist hotspot. We've got a lot of beautiful scenery, but there's a lot more people packed into a small space. Kauai is very quiet, hippie from what I've experienced at least. Everything kind of shuts down at 5 o'clock. It's like you better get your dinner early because everyone's going to sleep. And then Maui reminds me most of the mainland, where it's a lot more spread out and kind of developed, like suburban type areas. But all of them super cool.
Scrapple. I don't know what scrapple is.
Have you ever eaten a scrapple? Does anyone know what a scrapple is? Greetings. Hello from Hawaii to Mexico. Really there, and it's quite beautiful. It's occasionally exploding. I mean, what place doesn't explode from time to time? I'm sure Australia explodes here and there. And chickens everywhere. There are chickens everywhere. It's always fun watching people visit for the first time. They lose their minds seeing the chickens at first, then they start to slowly realize, oh, they're just all over the place.
No, can we know what the
Traditional
next?
dish from Pennsylvania. Pork, scraps, trimmings, and cornmeal. I have not tried that. That sounds interesting, though. Always open to trying new foods. Do you know what's actually in haggis? It has something to do with the stomach, right?
No.
What's in haggis?
What is it? If there's something to do with the stomach, no way.
No metal detecting in the alloy. Yeah, I'm not looking to get hepatitis, but pretty scary, pretty gross. It'd be interesting to go magnet fishing in the alloy because they throw all sorts of random stuff in there: murder weapons, shopping carts, murder weapons. Raising Cane's any good?
I did like Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
It was really good. I have seen the Minecraft movie. The dude magnet fishing on Oahu. Is that you said?
Yeah. Yeah, magnet fishing is cool. It's just tricky because a lot of the stuff you pull out is so rusted, like especially with the amount of salt that we have around here. But lakes are a little more ideal. Even then, you get pretty rusted stuff. And then the other side of it is that a lot of precious metals aren't going to be magnetic. You get iron that's magnetic, but gold, silver, all that stuff stays on the bottom. Haggis in a can. Wow, that sounds like it's competing with Spam for the worst food possible.
Traditionally, haggis is sheep's liver, lung, and heart minced with oatmeal and spices cooked.
Cooked in a stomach casing. That sounds great. I actually like liver for sure. Liver's good.
I'm gonna stick to my chicken nuggets.
I've had tripe before. It's very rubbery. I've heard when cooked correctly, it's a little more palatable. Minced with oatmeal.
Yeah, 5 more minutes left,
5-minute
guys.
warning.
Go to the tide pools.
You're going to see Kilauea erupting. I was out there not too long ago, but it wasn't going off when I was there. It was in one of its lull states. My mom got to see it going off because she lives out there. But this time around, we're not going to go see Kilauea.
I'm afraid of sharks. Especially if I'm snorkeling and I see one. And it's like, hello there.
I'm currently not too afraid of sharks. I'm sure that'll change when I get attacked by a shark. But
Have you seen what metal detecting is?
I haven't ran into any sharks out here. They tend to leave well enough alone.
Have tried Raising Cane's? Yes, it was super good. There's one just down the road from you.
Yeah, Simon's good. You should try that too. It's like a noodly, soupy situation. Hard pass on haggis.
Favorite wild animal? Yes. Goats.
It's currently 12:45 p.m. Favorite wild animal? Well, I've always really liked mongooses, but out here, unfortunately, the mongoose is an invasive species. So Hawaii being an island, well, chain of islands, is very susceptible to invasive species because as animals adapted over time, they didn't really have to deal with intruders showing up. But when ships started coming in, they brought rats with them. And then someone had the great idea to bring in mongooses to eat the rats. Unfortunately, rats are nocturnal. They're awake during the night, and mongooses are diurnal, which means they're awake during the day. So they don't really run into each other. And as a result, we now have 2 invasive species. Australia's pretty good at that, bringing in the cane toads.
Yeah, we did so well.
Mongooses, mongoose.
Sheep, cows, a lot of invasive
What's your
species.
favorite animal, Jake?
The goats.
Oh, yeah.
Meet some of our coyotes.
Guess pugs aren't wild.
Pugs aren't wild. Pugs are domesticated as it gets. You leave them outside too long, they'll lose their minds. My best adventure? I mean, I've had a lot of really great adventures, and most of them are unique in their own way. I mean, it's hard to compare a place like Iceland to a place like Hawaii. But I always go back to South Africa. It was a really cool experience. I feel like that was a turning point for me personally. Like, yeah, I grew up loving the outdoors, loving animals, bushcraft, that kind of thing. But the conservation aspect really came into play with that South Africa trip. It was incredible. Kind of pointed me in the direction that I headed with my life.
Ever get hurt filming? Well, on the first one I did. Before I went up the ladder on that tree in Brisbane, on the handrail, there was something sticking out, and I was like, had my hand on the handrail, and I just sliced it straight open. It's pretty bad, and I did it the same thing on the way back because I just forgot it was there.
Yeah, I sliced my palm open in Australia too.
Really?
The opening shot, I was going to put my face down in a tide pool, and it's all that sharp rock, and my hand slipped, and it sliced right across the inside of my palm.
So for that question, yes, we have.
We do get hurt from time to time. Usually just shake it off and keep going.
Almost midnight in England. You should go to bed. It's almost midnight. Remember you hugging the rhino?
Team B.
The ladder looked frightening. It was scary as. I wanted to get down straight away. Thank you. We were very happy with the 100K views. How many trees have you fallen out of?
Oof. I don't usually fall out of trees. I just to get down really hard sideways. That's usually what happens. But from time to time, I'll slip. Most recent one was that one for the wildlife that we did where I tried to jump out of that dead tree. And when my legs went down, so did the tree. And then I just fell on top of the tree and the stick went into my thigh. Didn't help that I was barefoot and shorts in the snow. It was already an uncomfortable situation. But yeah, I fall out from time to time, usually in extremely deadly ways. I fell out of a tree right next to a cactus one time. I fell off of a tree with a pointed stump a few inches from my eye. So when I fall, I make sure to go all the way and just really almost maim myself. Then your elbow injury in Costa Rica. Yeah, I still have a scar on the back of my arm from the Costa Rican tide pools. Put my arms out to stop myself getting sucked up towards the ocean rather than like hit my back or my head, and it just caught the rock right in the back of my elbow. 2-minute warning.
2 minutes.
Ask your questions.
1 minute warning. Well,
What are we doing after this, Jake?
we're going tide pooling and surfing.
We'll try our best to find some little creatures out there.
And hopefully catch some waves.
Yeah.
I have 4 sisters. I know. Tough times, am I right?
Well,
Do you have any siblings?
oh, siblings? Yeah, I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. Older sister, younger sister, and a younger brother. Teaching your scouts about knife skills this week. Amazingly, none of them made themselves bleed. That's very impressive. You must have done your job right.
Yep.
I feel like it's a rite of passage. As soon as I got my first Bear Grylls knife, I sliced my thumb almost immediately and then had to hide it so that he didn't take away my knife.
All right. Well, I think it's time.
We're at full time now.
Yeah.
Scars build character.
Scar's still good character.
So I think we should end with you guys showing your stuff.
All right.
Well, it is time for us to go.
We got copies. I'll do the yellow one. Well, thanks again, guys. It was a quick little live stream, but it was just a way for us to say thank you for all the support that you guys have provided over the years and for joining us on our adventures. And I'm super stoked to see that the show is able to continue under the exploration of Mr. Jake.
Now, before we go, had to do it. There's so much.
You can have mine too. It brings you that much joy.
Are you serious? All right. Thank you guys so much for 100K views. I'm Jake.
Yes, you are.
I thought you were going to say
And we'll
I'm
see you
Alec.
next time.
See you next time.
All right. Stay wild, guys.
Stay wild.